Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. This is your buddy Crypto Prophet, and today we are going to take a look at Pundi X. The NPXS token itself has been absolutely booming. If we see in the last month, we saw a 231.62% increase. In the last week, we saw a 138% increase. In the last 24 hours, we see that 11% increase. So it's continuing to push back against the entire market, tanking right now. And that's something you definitely want to look out for, because this is very, very good for a coin like this. It shows that there's true potential behind Pundi X. Obviously, nothing that Bitcoin can do to really stop it seems like. So if we go over to the actual market right now, we see a 5.73% decrease in the last 24 hours. If we give it a refresh real quick, looks like we're at about 5.33% decrease in the last 24 hours. And the market's just down very, very heavily. If we look at some of these big coins like Cardano, Polkadot, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, they're all down. Everything is just really struggling, and Pundi X is really pushing it back against it. If we actually went back to here, we can see that the top gainer in the last 24 hours is actually Pundi X. We did do a video on this Pundi X previously in the week, and I think as well earlier before that as well. But the market cap right now is at $2 billion. The volume in the last 24 hours sitting at 2.7 billion, and then we have that circulating supply at 236.4 billion NPXS. A very large volume right now. I think a lot of people are realizing that this thing is pushing back against Bitcoin. So what happens when the entire market raises? Will there be a huge spike back up? If this is happening, and it's staying level during a time where everything's struggling, will it, just absolutely boom when the market's back up? That's a very good question. And we will take a look at our price predictions here at the end of March, April, in 2021 at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. Pundi X is an Ethereum token, though, that aims to make it easier for people to purchase goods and services using crypto. The development team plans to distribute point-of-sale devices to retailers that accept payment in form of the Pundi X tokens. If we go over to the website, you can see a lot more about what this Pundi X really is. They say they use digital currency anytime, anywhere. It's kind of their little slogan on the website. Makes perfect sense. More and more businesses across the world are using Pundi X solution to harness the power of blockchain technology. We have been deploying our blockchain-based point-of-sale POS solution. It's solidifying partnerships with governments, payment companies, and retailers. Together, we will achieve fast-paced growth. Obviously, companies and retailers are definitely looking into these kind of things right now. With the crypto boom, everybody wants, to be able to get their consumers to pay in the easiest way possible. Obviously, if people are invested in crypto, they want to make that as a possibility as well. Providing a borderless payment ecosystem beyond fiat. Obviously, this is important, and they understand that here at XPOS or Pundi X. So if you want to become an XPOS reseller, this is what I was reading at the top, or distributor, future-proof businesses by enabling digital currency payments and transactions. You can actually start now in the top. Very cool as well. And as we continue down here, there will be more information for us to take a look at. The most versatile payment ecosystem of its kind. Our partners want to drive market adoption for XPOS solution. We are planning to make our API available to developers, provisioning them access to co-create an even better borderless digital currency payment ecosystem through various token utilization scenarios. So that's very, very cool as well. They're obviously going to give developers a chance to really make their platform even better than they can make it, which is, that happens quite a bit when, people will make it open source or whatever you guys want to call it, basically so that the coders can come in and make their application even better than the previous application or the base application. If you go to the FAQ, you can learn a lot more about Pundi XPOS or Pundi X as well, depending on what you want to call it. There is a lot going on with Pundi XPOS. They tell you it is a blockchain-enabled point-of-sales device. It comes with features including buying and selling of cryptocurrency and also using cryptocurrency for purchases in the store. So you can actually see a lot of different FAQ questions here, and you can submit your own. I definitely suggest doing this, maybe asking a few questions of your own before investing a lot into PUNDIX. Remember, guys, I will never give you guys financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so always do your own research. However, I do want to say Pundi X is definitely one of those coins that I truly do believe in. You can actually go to their partnerships as well and see that they are partnered with a lot of good associations, and then they also have blockchains. They're on things like Binance, KuCoin, the Kyber Network, a lot of good names here that you can buy. You could buy Pundi X from. If you need a link to any of these as well, there should be an affiliate link of mine in the description of this video. And then if you keep going down, you can see distributors, compliance and risk management, others. You can see pretty much everything about where their partnerships lie and who they lie with, which obviously, if the better the names, the more names as well, obviously the better. It looks like Pundi X is having no problems getting to large companies. So if you go to the About Us, you can also see the vision and the team. I definitely would suggest looking at the vision and seeing if it matches the vision you see for the coin, because it really does. You kind of do have to take a look into, a very wide look into what the coin company themselves want to do with, their website and their company altogether. Because when you take a look at a coin like this, there's a lot of potential. They could go a lot of different ways with it. So reading this vision, it says, we keep innovating the ways to harness the power of blockchain technology to facilitate financial inclusion. At Pundi X, we want to make digital currencies to be more accessible to more people across the borders and farther increase the value of digital currencies for all, which is very, very awesome. And you guys can also take a look at the blog and read a little bit more about that. NPXS will be PUNDIX very soon. So make sure you guys realize that PUNDIX is going to be basically NPXS March 30th. And if we go back to the website, you can actually, I hit the same thing, go to the press as well. And for media and event inquiries, they also have contacts here, and you have announcements. Right now, there's really no very new announcements or in the news. You can also see, where they've been all in the news. Looks like CNN, Forbes, CSN or CSDN, CSDN, and obviously a lot more. Looks like Bitcoin as well, and so many more websites. They basically have been all over the news recently. I think this is going to be a very big coin for long-term and short-term holds. Very, very big potential behind this coin. And let's go take a look at the actual market again, see if we've got any increase or decrease. Looks like it decreased a little bit more at 5.47% in the last 24 hours. If we go over to the Pundi X now, let's give it a refresh and see where we're at. So obviously it's moving a little bit. So if you guys get on this video and the price is a little bit different, sorry about that. But obviously when the volume is at 2.8 billion, a lot can happen. A lot of changes can occur with a whale jumping in or jumping out that could that could bump the price or up or down pretty quickly. So Pundi X, like I said, very, very big value here. I think this is one of those coins where you're getting in at a decent price because you see that it can actually hold its own against things like Bitcoin and the entire market crashing. So there's a lot of potential behind this coin specifically. I do think that this will be a coin we want to watch and put on the watch list. So if you haven't already, definitely do that. Remember, guys, I'm never going to tell you to buy a coin. I'm not a financial advisor. However, I do think you guys should watch this. I think you should put it on the watch list and just keep an eye on it and see if you find a good price to get in, as Pundi X, I do believe, is going to be absolutely massive in the end of 2021 and going into 2022. As we look at the last week, though, you can see that we have stabilized off around that 80-cent range, and it's been a great stabilization because we're right now, not 85 cents, sorry, 0.0085 cent range we're currently at, and we stabilized off at that 0.008 range. I do see by the end of March, Pundi X continuing its way to that penny. I don't think it's going to get to the penny. However, I think it's going to get to that 0.009. I think right where we saw it March 25th, if we could see it just level out around that 0.009 mark, April will be a very big month for Pundi. Obviously, when the market comes back a little bit, is more alive, I think Pundi X will benefit yet again. I think it will continue to make its way to the top. I think the all-time high could definitely come in April with it reaching past that penny mark. I think Pundi X will definitely be about a penny and a half by the end of April. I think it's definitely possible for it to do much more by the end of 2021. Because of that, I think Pundi X could be a 2 to 3 cent coin, and like I said, it has potential for much, much more. I always do like to keep these price predictions a little bit conservative and on the realistic side. So that is why I'm going to keep it a little bit lower and say 3 to 4 cents by the end of 2021 for Pundi X. However, I do think it has potential for much, much more. So you guys that have been watching this for a while, you guys know that this coin really does have what it takes. You've seen it struggle. You've seen it really just beat up when the whole market's crashing. So I think there's a lot of potential behind this coin, and obviously not just because of the recent success from staying alive while the entire market crashes, but literally because of what Pundi X does. Obviously, if you go to the website, I definitely suggest doing so and taking a look at what it does. I know I talked a little bit. I gave you a little brief summary on it, but you can actually go to their YouTube channel and watch more on Pundi X specifically. I think this one's going to be a big coin, so definitely keep an eye on it as we go into the future. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in for today's video. This was your buddy Crypto Prophet, and make sure to leave a like, comment on this video. It does help the YouTube algorithm, so make sure you do that, and then subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn those notifications on so you can get notified every time I make a new video, and you can get to it as fast as possible. I really do appreciate all the support. You can also join the channel and join a membership, so when we go live, you guys get that awesome emoji as well as a bunch of other things, a bunch of other benefits there. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in to today's video, and I'll see you all in the next video.